Greetings, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. We are live, and as always, we are starting immediately with a poll. You know how it works. Whichever champion you think is best, choose him. Now, we're starting so early that the odds of getting a name on the board are pretty slim, so we're gonna hide that unless something changes. We'll hide the stream number 2 because we gotta talk about this, and I have been gone all day. So 1 second. And hello to everybody: the Kraken, Ryan Veda, Joe Williams, the Exit, Kick Rocks Tay, just the tip of the canoe. Earth25, please tell me you saw my surprise for you today. Cool Buddy, Trey G, Joey A. Alright, here we go. Devin says Nick Fury is California's vote. There you go. As always, if we get to 30 votes and it's probably more than 10%, we'll call it. Right now, it's still a 38% difference. So I think it's close enough to call this one and start our next poll to not waste time. And there it is. Hoopster's here. Eddie Teddy's here. Eddie, you must be a comedian because that's a pretty good joke. Earth25? Nobody sent it to you? Oh. Also, okay, so let's talk about this first. We got polls going up. Whoa, Trey G! Let's all wish Trey G congratulations on his engagement. That's a big deal. Greetings, YouTube! I have said this week that I am not going to be as immediate with videos. Sometimes I'll be able to record offer reviews when they hit. Sometimes I won't. This news has been out for apparently hours and hours and hours, and I did not even open my messaging apps because I was taking care of some friends and starting to prepare for my semester. So the forum post from July 31st is simply titled, Acts 4 and 5 are getting revamped. Now, thank you, Eric. If you are looking at this and thinking to yourself, I don't care, I 100% explored it. Well, this was inevitable because Kabam has made July 4th week so enticing in terms of getting to go from, I think I was at 3 rank 5, 6 stars, and now I'm at like 15 plus. That if you're starting the game now, it's got to feel more than ever like there's no way you're ever going to catch up. And to be honest, you're not actually going to catch up to people at the top, but they still want it to be easier because they don't want, as whales continue to retire and OGs continue to walk away, they don't want those people to leave and no one to replace them. So, hello Summoners, effective August 7th, we will be revamping Acts 4 and 5, addressing some pain points that have held summoners back and updating the rewards. We will be distributing the reward differential to anyone who completed Act 4 or 5 content in the last 90 days. Now, again, if you're me, feels like I haven't completed that content in 90 years. I completed Act 4 with a pre-patch 12.0 OG Scarlet Witch because I knew that she was going to get nerfed, didn't know it was going to be to the ground. But I feel like everybody who completed it, period, should get the reward differential. The 90 days thing is absolutely baffling to me. I'm not trying to be Mr. Negative. I just 90 days. Like, why not just give everybody who's done it? I'm sure it's not going to be a huge rewards deal. Also, shout out Allison Edits. Acts 4 and 5 were identified as particular progression pain points for summoners in our mid-game. The intention with this revamp is to streamline the summoner's experience so they do not stumble into a difficulty spike that feels unfair and discourages them from attempting to complete story content. By the way, the line discourages them from attempting to complete the story content is a nice way of saying they get discouraged to spend money because they don't want to buy revives, they don't want to buy units, they just want to stop. So removing class and character gates, whoa. Removing excess link nodes, reducing ambushes, removing hidden and randomized opponent elements, reducing total fights, role reversal global nodes, camera lock, gate and key system, and more. It sounds like a security commercial for like housing projects. One of the major pain points we're addressing is the ramp up in difficult nodes and node combinations. While some of them will still be around, they will now be confined to a path or two and not the whole quest, meaning completion will be much more manageable for summoners. It was worth noting that the Maestro, Collector, and Ultron boss fights are unchanged. As mentioned, rewards are also being retuned to more appropriately assist summoners in their journey through mid-game story content. 90 days is just baffling. The differential in these rewards, again, 90 days, the summoners are most in need of the reworked rewards in order to power through. So, on one hand, this is inevitable, and we're going to see more versions of this as the game evolves, because one of the ways that a mobile game dies is that they can't get new people to get excited about the game. I still think if I downloaded this game today and knew nothing about it, I would instantly delete it because I would be overwhelmed with all the different game modes and things there are to do. It would feel like I wanted Basic Edition and I got AP Calculus. But at the same time, if you want to make everybody happy, take out the 90-day requirement, and then just, if you have completed or explored Act 4 and 5, you get the better rewards. I think that's a no-brainer. It rewards those that have done it and also entices those who haven't done it. It's a win-win. Everybody should get this reward compensation, but then again, Kabam doesn't like to reward everybody for free. So that is my thought process on this story. Thank you to everybody, including my man Brian Shadow Strike, for sending it. And now back to your regularly scheduled broadcast. Sorry, y'all. I had to record that video because I hadn't gotten to it, and I don't know what I'm going to do after this because I've got 2 different conference calls. And so, yeah, also worth noting, Kingpin, once again, hung on well to that number 2 spot. Good to know. Hit that like button. We got 60 viewers now somehow, but only 19 likes. That ain't good. Alright, here is going to be a fun one. This was one of the closest polls we had 3 months ago, and we are back to asking it. So now let's bring that information back as well. Now, Zemo's nerf, it's interesting. I wonder if that's going to impact how people view him or not. You tell me, YouTube. You tell me. Also, let's turn back the music. This sounds stale, doesn't it? In fact, let's go back. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Nick Pablo's here. Mama Bear's here. Shout out to Legacy, who had a good broadcast last night. It was great to come by. Mama's got a crazy Tuesday with her son. Please send prayers, thoughts, good vibes. The Vent says, regular YouTube viewer, but first time reaching the stream in my time zone. What time zone are you in? Welcome back. Or I guess welcome, period, if this is your first. Mama, thanks for stopping in. So sorry that you have to get up at the crack of dawn. Please keep me updated as always. My brother, Prof. Box, is getting a colonoscopy tomorrow, so I guess it's a medical procedure Tuesday. The Vent, it's 3 a.m.? What? Alright, y'all. Shang-Chi held on to his spot. I wonder if Zemo hadn't gotten nerfed. If that would be different. Oh my gosh, DRC is here. I've missed you, DRC, but I worry that this is not the week to come back for you. Also, McSizzle, I haven't heard from you in months. Catch me up on your life. Do you have a new job? How you been? It's so exciting. Okay, so let me go back to the game too. 1 second. Alright, I'm back. Okay, and then Eddie Teddy, you did see a 3.5 million hero use because I am a loser. 1 second. Bark that chicken, people. I'm gonna block out this, pull back up the forum post, and then go from there. Weller, what is up? What is up, my friend? Okay, now we're really bad. Same job, working 40 weeks? Where are you traveling to? That's exciting. Also, we have an upset alert for the first time in the poll. That is quite shocking. I don't know what to think about all this. What a day. Bark the chicken, bark the chicken. We are barking the chicken tonight. Legacy, it was nice to know what your voice sounded like. I would love to hear every one of my viewers and subscribers' voices and actually see their face so I know what they look like, because it's so weird when everybody knows what you look like and you know what almost no one looks like or sounds like. It is quite the experience in this world. Alright. Y'all, I can't believe we are at this point, but here we go. We've got an upset. Coda Blaine, good to see you. How you been? We got an upset in the poll. Zemo dropped. Flat out dropped. And Bo Beardington is here. Bo, how have you been? Also, you start us off with your name up here. Thank you for getting us to stream number 1856. I don't know why I thought 66. Bo, you want to keep the colors or change them? You're first. Struggle by Sabers here as well. Alright. Let's go with this one. Also, 65 viewers, 32 likes. I know we can get to 50 likes again. I know. Mexico in a few days in Europe. Him up, McSizzle. You are doing well. And Bo Barrington, thank you for approving the color scheme. Exit says Zemo is a better defender than offender. Hits are kind of soft. His bleeds are like paper cuts. Ruh-roh. So we can get rid of that stream number. Oh my gosh, a 50-50 poll. 713 Ivani, good to see you. Greg, are you going to MCOC in Vancouver? I am not. I'll be teaching, I'm fairly certain, during that week. Trey says, Prof, do you think if you had to guess what everyone in the stream looked like and sounded like, you would at least get half of them right? No. No, I have learned that that is a terrible idea, and the idea that you have when you picture somebody is almost never right. Brandon McKittrick, what's up? Alright, Shang-Chi just fought back, held onto the spot, so now let's do this one. Vantage, I can't remember, didn't you say your age once? Eddie says, I'm thinking of maxing out more 4 stars for Rena. Thronebreaker and one who... Eddie, it's funny that you asked that because I'm going to do a video on that this week. I think that's exactly what you should do. The event, I want to go to the UK. I haven't been there. I've met some really nice people. Brendan, I like to read comments when I can. Obviously, live streams, it's easier because you're here. Eddie, great minds think alike, my friend. What can I say? Wow. This is a total annihilation in a poll. We're 12 likes away from 50. I know we can get there. Poll week is a fun week. Memes and basketball say just watch the most disturbing mini documentary. That's random. All right, y'all. We're calling it early. Valkyrie won by that much. She has moved up. Now, wow, we have 2 new spots. I'm loving this. Hello, Danger Darren. My trip was good. I didn't broadcast much at all, and mostly fought the temptation to record long videos and kept them to short videos that were easy to do in about an hour's work instead of 4 hours of work. Channel suffered, but it was a really nice vacation. We're now 9 likes away from 50. We're so close. Ooh. Y'all, I think this is gonna be the rise of Valkyrie month. She seems to be getting a lot of love. All right. Trey, we've taken trips to restaurants more than anything. Okay. This will be fun. I love doing this. JB says she's a BG warrior. That's a good point. No, we have another person who's broken the 7-star crystal drought with Darren. Congratulations. I seem to be the only person left on this planet who hasn't opened a 7-star from any version of a Paragon crystal. Wow. This is amazing. But, you know, I know a lot more people who use Valkyrie Battlegrounds than Shang-Chi, so this is sort of becoming, and this is what's nice about this poll, is it's kind of showing how valuable Battlegrounds is. Okay, here we go. Coda, how many of you open? I'm 0 for 263, and Joel does not let me forget that. Ever. Dez follows Shang-Chi's teachings. I don't know what that means, but that's exciting. By the way, Valkyrie's now top 3 confirmed. Worst she can do is stay at number 3. Scary 10 says watermelon, green top, pink bottom, gradient. Is that your vote for the color scheme, sir? Thank you for the $5 holla. Prof, who is the best, Frosties, McDonald's, or Wendy's? Well, McDonald's doesn't have a Frosty, so I think Wendy's wins by default. Reaper Dragon, Nick Keel, what's up? Alright, well, sorry, Valkyrie lovers, but Kingpin has dethroned y'all girl. Fast Penguin says, can we get some Jabari love? Alright, remember all this for the honorable mentions that we're going to start busting out toward the end, as always. If you're new to this. Alright, let's see. You want... Let's go. Green top, pink bottom. No one's ever done the watermelon theme. That's kind of cool. How about that? That looks kind of cool. Alright. By the way, this poll is moving and shaking. And now here's going to be a fun one. We're 3 likes away from 50, by the way. Steve Wester, Franchise 7, good to see y'all. Greg, I've never been to a Harvey's. I've heard good things. Earth 25, the Paragon monthly calendar is very solid. Bo has an open 7-star from Paragon Crystals, probably around 150. Okay, I'm at, again, 263. So we'll see. I never know why I choose a shock champion defender. And y'all, if you want to see something sad, I'm getting wrecked by Thor Jane Foster. I should probably look at the screen from now on, but I'm not going to. Y'all, the Zemo love is gone. Joel, no, who recently did Joel join your alliance? Darren, I don't know. I don't care about inputs. I mean, right now it's fine. It still looks weird to me. I probably should turn them off, but I guess sometimes when I parry, it doesn't register. I want to see at least if it registered visually. All right, y'all. Mole Man has just dethroned Baron Zemo. Once again, this is a wild... Zemo was 3. He has now fallen to 7. And so, we will see this one. What's up, Jive? We are now over 50 likes. Y'all are great. Thank you so much. And we're just climbing on. Darren, what's your go-to Popeyes order? Reaper said, did anyone get arena correction compensation? Well, I didn't. I'll restart my game though real quick, see if that helps. Jive, you should send me the screenshots or video. I'd love to feature it. Uh-oh. Stop the presses. Stop the presses. We're going to keep doing polls, but we just had breaking news that we have to cover on this channel. What's up, Eats? All right. So first off, Black Widow Deadly Origin held her position, internet phrases, against Mole God. All right. 1 second. Yo, this is exciting. All right. Let's see what the heck this is. Obviously, I haven't looked at it. Greetings, YouTube. I don't remember last time that there was breaking news when I was broadcasting. We are doing right now, as I speak, literally, a poll by poll ranking the top 10 champs of the skill class for July/August of 2023. My guess is we will only do one more poll series before 2024. That's because my schedule doesn't allow it, starting in a couple weeks, and also I think it's nice to space these polls out, you know, not get oversaturated content. So we are currently watching the subscribers go Baron Zemo versus Elsa, and Zemo is only winning by 4%, which is too close to call once it gets to 30 votes. So keep voting, everybody. While we were in the process of discussing votes, we had a couple people comment that there was arena compensation for some people in the inbox. There was no new notification for my account, so I restarted the game, and sure enough, arena's correction. Now, everybody knows that I do more arena than sleep because I am stupid. Let's check this out. 200 units, 50,000 battle chips, and 250,000 gold is pretty dang spicy. And I'm sure I did more arena than most people during this, but it says, greetings, Summoner. Due to an unforeseen issue, player progress in arenas was negatively affected. The issues have since been resolved. We apologize for the inconvenience and have attached items to the message to assist you. Now, I got to tell you all this. What makes this so historic is that Kabam has, in the past, even in the biggest compensation packages possible, refused to give out units. They will give out 6-star Abyss Nexus crystals before units. They just don't want to do it. They feel like the economy of the game would suffer, and so they don't do it, even though I always say that it makes the most sense for compensation to be units, because then you can spend your units on what you need and not have a bunch of items, even if they're revives or potions, go into your overflow only to expire if you don't claim them and or use them. So this really could be the first time that I can remember them giving out 200 units. And what's interesting is it's not going to break the economy of the game. It's not going to break the game, period. And yet, I hope this is the start of a trend. When the game inevitably is buggy and goes down, I get that arenas are unique to units because you farm units through them. It's harder to argue that if you're, say, playing Battlegrounds. You don't get units from Battlegrounds. It'd be nice if you did, but you don't. So, y'all, I am going to put those 200 units toward the new featured champion on Thursday. So, Darren, if you want to duel on Thursday, we can totally do that. Because that is when we're going to have kindred spirits, literally. 50,000 battle chips is nothing to shake your head at. That's probably some form of units if you go with the basic arena crystal route. And then 250,000 gold. Let me remind you all that let's just look real quick. How many of these offers even have gold in them? Not this one, 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 and that's it. So Kabam has even stepped back from giving gold, even the gold that we saw in like 2015 prices, in most offers, because they want the economy of the game with gold to have very little supply and very high demand, which is also why I have no idea why this Underworld piggy bank is not a golden piggy bank. That's what we need as a community, and I say this knowing I'll never need gold again, but that doesn't mean I can't use my platform to fight for the voice of people who do. So in the end, this is surprise news that's breaking. 200 free units. 200 free units. That's going to be the title of this video. That's my takeaway. 200 free units. Read and weep. I'm sorry to those of you that wished you could have this, because if you knew that this was coming, you would have jumped into the arena. Just remember this for the future, because my guess is this is now historical precedent for what we will see if this happens again. And knowing Kabam, something like this will happen again. All right, we recorded that video. Elsa also just took down Zemo. He has fallen 5 spots. Look at that. By the way, Elsa is aging like a fine wine. Let's see if she climbs. Y'all, that 200 free units is amazing for what we're used to seeing. I mean, seriously, it is shocking. Also, aren't people in Canada like sleeping or not working? I'm always amazed that like these kind of compensation packages drop at the most random hours sometimes. You know, those across the pond content creators are going to wake up to this and be like, "What? When did that happen?" But I'll take it. It's a lot easier to create content when you're broadcasting and news breaks. I'll tell you that much. I wish that was the case every time, but it is, of course, not the case every time. It's, in fact, the case rarely. Okay, so let's get ready to post that video after the broadcast, because that is wild. Y'all, also, this is the most movement we've had in upsets of the skill poll ever. So we were going to take away the poll series if people just didn't care about it anymore, and over 80% of people voting last night said they still want to keep the poll tradition on my channel. It's a lot of work. I always have a headache after these. The videos usually make about 60 cents to $1 worth of revenue, so it's definitely not a reason why you should ever try to do this for many reasons. But I think it's fun to just get kind of a heat check in terms of how you all view the rankings of champions. So, yeah. That is my takeaway. And I'm sticking to it. I still can't believe that news broke. Shout out to everybody who asked me to check my in-game inbox. We will claim that and come back to the polls. Wow, this is a close poll. What's up, Jeff Critter? We're 4 likes away from 69 on this. What? We're so close. Y'all, this is like encouraging. I literally thought, I'll probably really slow down the YouTube train to end the year starting in August. And you all still make me think that people would miss me if I just flat out left. This is nice. Okay. Mole Man won, but not by much. All right. Let's see if the Zemo freefall finally stops. Because we have a new poll. Mole Man is solid. Good night, Eddie. Thanks for coming by. Ooh. This looks like so much fun. Trey says, Prof, your streams are a part of my nightly routine before I go to bed. It makes me sound like I'm way more sexy than I actually am. Taffy, Shang-Chi has been in the polls. His spot is already secure. Thank you, Joel. Y'all, Zemo is falling faster than the Oklahoma economy. I feel like this is the sign that people are also super ticked about not having a Zemo compensation package. S. Carey says, I throw in some prof content when I cook dinner after work. Well, I hope that means I'm helping things sizzle and not expire in your kitchen. Also, wow, the hit Monkey Love is making a comeback. Baron Zemo has fallen 6 spots so far tonight, and we are not done. I don't know if we're overcorrecting, but wow. All right, well. Let's see how high the monkey can go. Also, once again, we are only 2 likes away from 69. This has been really encouraging. I mean, I was not able to do much in terms of the content that I normally make in Texas for 2 weeks. I was kind of discouraged. Thought it was a sign. This is like a sign I'm still madder. This is fun. This is fun doing something that nobody else does, like this poll series. Even though people will always complain, because it's human nature to complain about something. Bama Boy says, why? People, why? My dear Zemo has fallen from grace. He has fallen, and he cannot get up. Let's see, we're going to do that. Omega says he hits 11K mediums without synergies. That is a good point. I actually am surprised that more people, including myself, don't use Hitmonkey in Battlegrounds. I took him to rank 4 finally. Definitely a good rank 5 candidate. Okay, so Hitmonkey is now on the rise, and Elsa is still number 8. All right, let's just. This is gonna be a fun one. I like polls like this where you're just sort of like, I like both these champions. This is tough because I think generally people like both these champions, but we'll see. Oh, so YouTube is freezing. Come on. We were doing so well, and then YouTube's basically telling me I am asking too many polls. Wow, this is wild. That is so weird. Okay, let's try this again. Y'all, I'm on the poll too hard. You know how this channel operates. Wow. This has literally never happened. So we're going Hitmonkey versus Mole Man. And every time I hit post, it says an error occurred. Saithar, good to see you. Alright, let's try a different poll. And we'll come back to this one. Also, let's refresh the page. It is still saying that it is not possible to do the poll. Let's try this. Well, for some reason that one went, so we'll come back to the other one when hopefully it can go, but at least we got one up there. Also, we're going to play the music, because... Good night, Jive. Thanks for tuning in. By the way, we're at 72 likes, 89 viewers. Cody, when you said skiing, ironically, I went to Texas where it was 105 and you couldn't ski on water. Jive, honored to give you a shout out, Boss Norris. Dez says, come on, Team Crossbones. This is a close one, too. But Ryan says, Zemo. Oh, it's now 50-50, y'all. Evan, the encyclopedia's back, too. Oh, I had a poll in each hand. Can't wait to tell my girlfriend that. I had a great broadcast. Had a poll in each hand. And guess what? There was an error. So the Kraken, I think people are overcorrecting. Mole Man fell like 5 or 6 spots, but then 3 months later, he got back. He was barely in the top 10, and then he went up to like 6. So I'm guessing this is probably the case here. But I don't vote in these polls. I am just a arbiter of information. So we'll see. Well, there's no doubt it's backlash hate toward Kabam. No doubt about it. All right, well, y'all, we have a system. I think, for the record, in 3 months, this will be flipped again, but right now, wow, this is just shocking. Zemo has fallen 7 spots this month. Let's see about this one. Oh, it starts out 50-50. By the way, I know this is probably annoying to look at, but while I type, I'm going to let my game go auto-fight. Okay, so Elsa just crushed. Sorry, Crossbones. Alright, so we'll keep going. Let's see if we can do this poll again. That is unbelievable. I don't have any idea why that's not working. Probably see the notes about the live stream for Friday. Lots of good stuff coming. Kraken, I have not. I appreciate the heads up, though. Well, Kraken, I always appreciate the thought for video material. Okay, so maybe we'll try this one. That is so weird. Okay, well. Let's hit that record button. Greetings, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. I have not done this poll series in about 3 months, and so I just assumed that, like many things on the channel, it was going to take a back seat, and due to time constraints and interest, I just was going to have it die on the vine. But over 80% of people, when I asked my broadcast on Sunday when I got back from Texas if they would like to see the poll stay, said yes. So we are attempting, even though I'm auto-fighting while talking this, to answer who are the top 10 champions in MCOC for each class before we do the big final poll of all the classes, which is about as controversial as it gets, no matter how things go. Tonight, when we started doing this poll, Baron Zemo was number 3. It went Nick Fury, Kingpin, Baron Zemo. It is now Nick Fury, Kingpin, Valkyrie, Shang-Chi, Black Widow, Deadly Origin, Mole Man, Hitmonkey, Elsa Bloodstone, Crossbones, and Baron Zemo, who has fallen 7 spots. And the number one honorable mention from 3 months ago was Falcon, who is now beating soundly Baron Zemo in a head-to-head poll. Now, I do think, objectively speaking, this is a bit of overcorrection for the nerf that we didn't even get compensation for. I think once the smoke clears and we do another poll at the end of this year, Zemo will probably be back in the top 10. But for the moment, it is worth noting that he's fallen out of the top 10. And I do think part of it is voting against Kabam because they should have at least given rank down tickets, and they didn't. And now it's coming back to haunt them. But, man, it's really eye-opening that he has dropped out of the top 10. And when I looked at the top 20 champions of MCOC, he was an honorable mention for top 20 champions overall in the game. Now he's not even top 10 in his own class. And you look at Nick Fury last time was number 5 overall, and Kingpin was number 22, or 21. So that was the differences last time. By the way, Falcon has never been in the top 10, even though he's one of my favorite champions. Falcon is now rising in the poll. He is just about to jump Crossbones right now. And that is interesting. Okay. Well, I think Falcon has also aged like a fine wine. And that is awesome. By the way, we're going to darken the screen now, and we're going to show you the Excel spreadsheet that keeps track of all this information because I am a proud nerd, and I am showing off the data. So let's bring this back. Hello, everybody. And see what happens. Brian says, when they fixed Mole Man, he still had so much utility. I don't think Baron has that. Well, clearly you are not the only person, my friend, in the community that thinks that. And I think right now it's just like a big middle finger to Kabam if you don't vote for Zemo, given what they did to him. But Bama's new life slogan, by the way, is Baron belongs. We are at a 50-50 poll between Falcon and Elsa through 34 votes. Please vote if you haven't. That is one of the first 50-50 polls we have had. Once it gets past 30 votes, and already is, if we get to about 5% difference, we will call it. But the voting has flipped it twice. And now, I was just about to call it, and then it went too close to call, and now it's like cycling between 8%, 4%, and 50-50. And then Elsa actually, Falcon was up by 8% 30 seconds ago, and now Elsa's up by 2%. So this is going to be one of those that half the community feels vindicated and half the community is super ticked off. Well, we just hit, 4 to 5% for Elsa. If this holds, once we get to 50 votes, we'll call it. If it's within 2 to 3%, we'll let the poll stay open. Right now, it's 48 votes, 4% margin. So for those of you who are watching that have not exercised your free democratic right to vote, please do so now. Evan says, Baron Zemo has a ton of utility. Non-contact hits, cleanse, permanent bleeds, disorient, decelerate, and that is just scratching the surface. So I am guessing that Evan is disgusted by the Zemo disrespect. Again, I think it'll be I think it'll be a course correction in a couple months, but it's not that surprising when you look at it through the lens of no rank down tickets. We were at a 50%. And, all right, well, I said the first person who gets to a 4% above 50 gets it. Elsa won by 4%. I think we could do that poll every day and get a different result. It's just what happened to be tonight. So that is interesting. Okay. I promise you all, I can't explain it, but when I type Hitmonkey, let's see. Let me try this. Maybe I can do something else. Let's try this. It just doesn't want me to ask any more Hitmonkey polls. YouTube is literally blocking my ability to do this. I guess we can ask the next one then. Okay. Now we shall see if the Zemo hate is stopped by a different blade known as Blade. Starts off good for Zemo. Robin says once we get Morbius, Blade will make this list. I like that prediction. All right, Des, good idea. I will try that after this. And Zemo holds on to the 11th spot, which again is crazy low. All right, y'all. Let's see if that suggestion works. Yes. Okay, so if you're watching this live right now, HM stands for Hit Monkey. We were asking the number 7 versus the number 6 for some reason. Hit Monkey. I don't know if that was like a flagged phrase in the YouTube ID, and they thought I was asking some kind of like disrespectful animal poll or something, but that's what it is. Finman, good to see you. Also, Bama Boy looks so happy. His boy finally won. All right. Hitmonkey, somebody who's always been kind of criminally underrated in my poll series, is finally getting his due. He has risen from just inside the top 10 to now he is at worst going to be number 6. And let's see. Jeff, I need to write that down as a video topic too, because I've heard that from a lot of people lately. I just need to cover it. Also, Hitmonkey is not twice. I just need to move the cell out of the screen, and there you go. All right, right now we're asking Black Widow Deadly Origin versus Hitmonkey. I do think both are amazing champions. And Black Widow Deadly Origin holds on without much fanfare. And now it is time for the honorable mention category. Let's ask this one. Reaper Dragon, I did hear about that. It's very sad. I hear you, Jeff. So the most requested champion for this month to add to the polling was Kate Bishop. And so I promised those of you that Kate would be our last honorable mention request. And we'll see how the rest goes. But Kate Bishop just made mincemeat, and I mean literally mincemeat, of Blade. Okay, let's do this. All right. Right away, we're going to have a fun poll. So now, we've got to ask Kate Bishop versus Baron Zemo. Now, I have never used Kate Bishop, so as always, I can't give any info, but I don't vote in my own polls anyway, so I don't even know why I'm saying that. It's worth noting that we are just 20 likes away from 100, which we haven't hit 100 likes on this channel in, I don't know, a month. Art Pro is also here. I really like playing her character, probably my favorite to play in the skill class. Well, Kate just melted Zemo. There is as much love tonight for Kate Bishop as there is hate for what they've done to Baron Zemo. So I'm sorry, Zemo finally won a poll, hadn't, and then immediately lost the second one. All right, let's see how high she climbs. I love when there's a new champion that I haven't used, but the community's hyped up about. I learned just as much from these polls as anything anybody does with this information. By the way, Kate Bishop is now the top honorable mention and is going up against the number 10 spot. And holy cow, that was as fast as my prom hopes in high school were dashed. And yes, that was less than 30 seconds. Okay. I don't know how this is to watch back, but what I do know is that it's kind of fun to do live. There were people who just thought that Kate was going to dominate this poll series, and so far, those people have been proven 1,000% correct. And I would never have guessed that, so. Jason, I'd make more prom jokes, but nobody can dance to them. And just as fast as I can type in the poll at this point, people are really loving her. Okay. Kate continues to rise up the ranks live right in front of you. Now, Elsa does have a decent amount of support, but it's only about a third of the votes, and it's actually decreasing as more people choose to vote in the poll. You got to be fast if you want to vote in these polls because they're so lopsided right now that we are just instantly calling a winner. Okay, so let's move her up. Kate was out of the top 15 before this poll. Now the worst she can do is number 8. And this is why we do this. Because it's always changing. That's kind of the beauty of this game. You know, it's always evolving, always changing, and it's my job to try to keep up, even though that's a difficult job. Also, shout out to our honored student wall tonight, Bo Beardington, Scary 10, and Fast Penguin. Wow. Okay. Again, I cannot begin to even type the names before the polls are a resounding runaway. And remember, y'all, HM stands for Hit Monkey. HM stands for Hit Monkey. Hey, that's Carrie. Thank you for letting me know. And thank you for the support of the channel, as always. Okay, wow. So we had some people commenting that Hit Monkey was for sure going to be worse than Kate Bishop. And all of those predictions are just straight accurate. All right, so this is where it starts to get a little interesting, I think, but maybe not. I've been wrong before. be wrong again. All right. Oh. So. This is the second time. So YouTube has these weird poll filters that you don't know exist until you run into them. Black Widow Deadly Origin is BWDO. Kate Bishop is KB. So that is what I had to type to make this poll work. I also thought we would be done with this video in about 15 minutes, and it's now 16. So this will be the last thing we answer before we conclude this poll. Eats is Kate Bishop. Kate Bishop is KB. Black Widow Deadly Origin is BW. And that was a much closer poll than we have seen, but still, sorry thighs, but Black Widow Deadly Origin is out of the top 5. All right. Now we'll see where the top 5 goes. This has been so fascinating. I feel like I've learned so much from this. Bama, thank you. I listen to the people and I get out of the way. I think that's the best thing you can do as a content creator. Don't make it about yourself. Make it about your audience. All right, so by about the same margin, and I know this is always controversial, but Kate's moving up. All right, now we have a poll between the 2 female champion MVPs. By the way, this thumbnail is going to need a drastic change. Dez, I am sorry that your boy Shang-Chi, you feel like got disrespected, but he's still number 5 in the class. It's still really good. And y'all, that is where it ends. Valkyrie destroyed Kate after Kate, well, went from being off the map to number 4. So, in conclusion, and we will take this data to all the champions of all classes at the end of this polling week. Nick Fury 1, Kingpin 2, Valkyrie 3, Kate Bishop 4, Shang-Chi 5, Black Widow Deadly Origin 6, Hitmonkey 7, Mole Man 8, Elsa Bloodstone 9, Falcon 10, first 2 honorable mentions, Crossbones, and Baron Zemo. We will revisit this in about 3 months. In the meantime, it looks like we are good to go for this broadcast. Thanks again, Beardington, Scary 10, and Fast Penguin for the donations. Everybody else for hitting that like button. We will see you all for the next poll on Tuesday night. It will be, actually, I think I might be seeing Oppenheimer Tuesday night. So we're going to not have a broadcast on Tuesday night unless we do it early. I'll figure it out. Wednesday might be Tech Night. We'll see. It'll be literally explosive. Have a good one, y'all. Thanks for watching.